Ow, we are at the end of March, which means it's time to get mad. I'm mad.
Grr.
No angry. Yes, angry.
Yes, angry.
It is time for our annual March Madness episode,
Woo.
where we put things into a bracket and then whittle it down to a single winner.
Mm-hmm.
That do be
This
how
is
we do things.
probably the easiest one that we've done so far for me.
I took a look at our predictions, our prediction
Mm-hmm.
final fours.
Oh,
Very similar.
are they?
Very similar.
Oh,
So yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing, right?
I mean, it is us. I'm not surprised. We have similar tastes in this regard here.
That's fair.
But yes. Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Season Anime Checkup OVA. It's a podcast where we have conversations about video games, anime, and manga. Hello, I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Allen, Lady
Hello.
This is episode 379, and it is time for some March Madness. This time we are doing Love Live characters. I know, very shocking.
So shocking.
That
We
we
never
would
talk
do
about Love
this.
Live ever. Ever.
But yeah, we got 64 characters in a bracket here.
Mm-hmm.
There are some caveats, though. Of course, none of the Hasunasora girls are in this because we don't have a English release of that yet, and I haven't looked at the fan translations of that, so
Yeah, I haven't either.
I couldn't fairly rank them.
Nope. Same.
And then the musical girls are also not in this for the same reason.
Correct.
So if I had them, it probably would have been easier to fill out a bracket and not have to struggle to fill this out to 64, but
But that feels like it would have been unfair.
yeah, but I mean, if we knew about them, it would have been easier as well.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's an asterisk here, but that's because we don't have that content.
Correct. So yeah, 64 characters from across all of the four major series. So let's dive in and give them the little rankings.
Little rankies.
All right, here's our first matchup. It is Honoka from Love Live versus Suki from Love Live Sunshine Yohane the Parhelion.
I mean, I picked the character you probably wouldn't expect.
I don't know what I would expect here from you.
I picked Suki.
Interesting. I picked Honk because I felt like Honk kind of has to go through because she is the leader of the first group.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
And she's more of a character technically than Suki is, unfortunately.
She is. I just get irritated sometimes by her, but she is one of the better characters in the original Love Live, so I'll give her that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Honk wins this one.
After that, we have Wien from Love Live Superstar versus Shioriko from Nijigasaki.
Easy.
An unfortunate matchup for Wien here. I like Wien. She should have won Love Live in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I like when she yells Shibuya Kanon.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Like whether she's actually there or not was pretty funny.
She was just like a ghost sometimes.
Yeah, Ghost Girl.
But Shioriko's great. She had a really fun character arc and All Stars and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an easy move over
I
for Shioriko.
love Shioriko. She's a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm. After that, we have Tsubasa from Love Live and is a member of Arise versus Mei from Love Live Superstar. I think Tsubasa's the leader of Arise. She's that one gal. But she is a member of Arise, so she has no characterization. So May's moving forward.
Yeah, Mei is definitely the person that I picked here.
Yeah. After that, we have Monmaru from Love Live Superstar versus Cuckoo from Love Live Superstar. Monmaru is, of course, the owl that Kanon has.
Yep.
As you can tell, I needed some body fillers here. But Cuckoo's going forward.
Yeah, Cuckoo's going forward.
After that, we have Yukiho from Love Live. She's Honk's sister versus Ellie from Love Live.
I put Ellie forward here.
Yeah, same. After that, we have Kotori from Love Live versus Karin from Nijigasaki.
I put Karine here.
Yeah, I like Kotori. Kotori's probably, again, not saying much, but one of the better original Love Live characters.
Right.
But Karine's very fun, and she gets lost very easily.
Yes, and the shirt
The
that you
shirt's
gave me
very
is like
good.
one of my favorite things. I wear that shirt all the time.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
Where am I?
Where am I?
Someone help me.
Uh for context, Jared got me a Karine shirt for Christmas slash birthday that is absolutely incredible.
Hmm.
I wear it so much.
It's very good.
Very good.
After that, we have Rico from Love Live Sunshine versus Rin from Love Live.
I put Rico.
Same. Not a hard choice there.
Nope.
We have Kohaku from Yohane the Parhelion. She is Daya's like assistant, and then we have
Hmm.
Shizuku from Nijigasaki.
Shizuku goes
Yes.
forward here.
After that, we have Kanon from Love Live Superstar versus Lanju from Nijigasaki.
I put Lanju.
I think I might have as well. I know you have beef with Kanon.
It's not that I have beef so much. It's just that Lanju was actually a really fun character in the sense
Hmm.
that like she was truly a villain for a while.
Yeah.
And like it was really dramatic how people reacted to her. But then she's also
Yeah.
just like, yeah. But then like once you get to know her, like you find out like her intricacies, but also like she has like this weird self-confidence. I'm like, I love this about you. I don't know that it's an earned self-confidence, but I love it about you. Like she's just so fun. She's a weird, weird girl. Make of that what you will.
That you're not wrong in any of those aspects. I think
Also, literally cannot release a bad song.
true. I think she definitely has more of a character arc, or at least a fun character arc and better writing than Kanon does. Kanon just kind of suffers from she is the protagonist and she's able to just fix things when willy nilly.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, do you remember the episode where she just like warped to fix things for the first years?
yeah.
I was like, why are you here? You don't need to be here.
I think, especially out of like the initial five of Liella, like she is probably the least interesting of the five,
I 1,000% agree with that.
which is pretty wild.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, ugh,
Ugh.
ugh.
I put Lonju forward there. So there you go.
So is Lanju going forward for our shared bracket?
That is what I meant.
All right, Nito Frito.
After that, we have I from Nijigasaki versus Nico from Love Live.
So this was my first one that was like,
This is
why did you do this to me?
This is a tough one. I put Nico forward because Nico is the best character in original Love Live, but I is very good as well.
1,000% Nico is the best character from original Love Live. That is not up for debate.
Mm-hmm.
I put I because I absolutely adore her and she was a character that like I didn't expect to like as much as I did until All Stars. Like based on her design and everything. It's like she seems fine. And then like I got to know her. I'm like, oh no, no, you're more than fine. You are lovely. You are great. You are a fantastic character. You are awesome. Um,
Loves puns.
loves puns. So I mean that's great. Yeah, this was the first one. I was like, oh, this is really hard. Um, so I am fine with either one here.
I think it has to be Nico.
Nico is the best one from Love
Yeah.
Live. Nico, congratulations.
I think if you look at like overall character arcs and stories and writing and all that sort of stuff, I think Nico has
Yeah.
has the edge here.
And I mean she's just a little goblin.
She is a little goblin. uh. After that, we have Natsumi from Love Live Superstar versus Sarah from Love Live Sunshine and Saint Snow.
I mean, I put Sarah.
I think I might have put Natsumi because, look, let's be real, Sarah kind of doesn't have a lot of character in the story.
Yeah, I mean, there's another character from Saint Snow that is
More well defined, let's
more
say.
well defined for sure. I just like Sarah. But I could go with Natsumi.
Yeah. After that, we have Shima, who is Chika's sister from Love Live Sunshine, and Yo from Love Live Sunshine.
Yo,
Yosaro.
yo, Saro,
Yo, yo.
yo, yo.
After that, we have Alisa, who is Ellie's sister from Love Live, and then we have Anju, not that Anju,
Not
from
that
original
Anju.
Love Live and a member of Arise. I went with Ellie's sister here because again she briefly shows up here and there, but again has more characterization than any member of Arise.
Any member of Arise. Yep.
So there's
Yeah.
that.
I think I might have put Anju because I like her design, but I was just like, this one doesn't matter.
Yeah. Following that, we have Kasumi from Nijigasaki versus Mia from Nijigasaki.
My second one that was like, oh, this one hurt.
Another unfortunate matchup, but I think there's a clear winner here.
I put Kasumi
Yeah,
forward.
it's Kasumi.
As much as I love Mia, like Kasumi is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
She's so good.
Yeah. We have Maki from Love Live versus Kanata from Nijigasaki.
I put Kanata.
I also did. Sleepy
She's a
gal.
sleepy gal.
Mm-hmm. We have so this is a very weird one. We have Mal from Love Live Superstar and one of the members of Sunny Passion versus Tomari from Love Live Superstar. Tomari is one of the new girls who has not been introduced in the anime yet, and
Hmm.
technically we really don't know much about her.
Right.
um, so there was definitely a point where I was not going to include her because we haven't really been introduced to her, and they just added her card and Wien's card into SIF2 for us, but
Hmm.
there's no story in that game, so that doesn't really matter for much.
We don't know her, yeah.
Yeah. But she ended up I had 63 spots and then she was the one I was wavering on and it's like, "Oh, I guess I got to include you."
Guess you made it,
Um
kid.
I think in mine I put Tomari forward just because she's a member of Liella and she's automatically going to have more characterization than any member of Sunny Passion. Again, this is like the Arise situation where
They
Sunny
forget that Sunny
Passion,
Passion exists.
they were a somewhat of a thing in season 1 and then in season 2 they just fell off the face of the earth.
Yep.
um
Um,
I mean, the interesting thing we know about Tomari is that she is Natsumi's sister, and it's
yeah.
supposedly kind of like the opposite of Natsumi, which is, I guess, somewhat interesting.
That is somewhat interesting, yeah. I think I again put Mal because like her design, but this one really doesn't
Yeah.
matter that much.
Let's see here. We have Chika from Love Live Sunshine versus Emma from Nijigasaki.
Unfortunate for Emma, but like
Yeah.
it's Chica.
Con Mikan.
Con Mikan. I mean, like, we'll talk about Chica more later.
Yeah. We have Rina from Nijigasaki versus Misato, who is Ai's friend from Nijigasaki.
That would be Rina.
Rina-chan Borda.
Bordeaux.
We have Yu from Nijigasaki versus Ren from Love Live Superstar. An unfortunate matchup for Ren because I like Ren.
I like Ren a lot, but I was like, bro, you.
Bro Yu is very good.
Very good.
I'm looking at my Bro Yu keychain right now.
Oh my God. I'm so glad that I was able to get that for you.
It's very good.
It's very good.
After that, we have Kaoruko from Nijigasaki. She is Shiriko's sister versus Nozomi from Love Live.
I put Chiriko's sister.
Hell yeah, you did. Nozomi
I,
sucks.
I was like, Nozomi is literally the worst Love Live character that exists, probably.
hmm
So, like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I'll put anybody else here.
Yep.
Yep.
After that, we have Chika's mom from Love Live Sunshine and Shisato from Love Live Superstar.
I
Big
put
Mom.
Chica. I put Chica's
Oh
mom.
my god. You just like her in the big TV
In
in
the
Johanne the
big
Parhelion.
I do. Also, she's funny because she's like a little tiny lady.
She's a little tiny Chica.
She's a little tiny Chica. Chisato goes forward here though.
Yeah, I think I put Chisato forward, even though it is Chica's mom would have been funny.
I mean, like I said, for my personal one, I put Chica's mom forward, but like I knew that that was not the correct answer, but it was
uh,
funny.
after that, we have Leah, who is a member of Saint Snow from Love Live Sunshine, versus Lilaps from Johanne the Parhelion.
I know you know who I put.
Yeah, you put Lilaps forward, of course.
I did.
What? What?
I didn't put the dog forward.
What?
I'm sorry,
How dare you?
but it's Leah, and
I
she's very good.
I put the dog forward.
You put Lilaps forward.
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing?
Lilaps is
Oh
very
man,
good though.
Lilaps is very good, but so was Leah.
True. She
Um,
does definitely get more characterization than her sister does.
Absolutely, 100%. And you know, the arc with her and Ruby is just like so well
Mm-hmm.
done. Like the way that they marry each other and
Yeah.
their relationships with their sisters, super, super good. Um, Also she does a backflip over them when they first meet her, which is cool as
That is pretty
f-
good.
and also very extra, and there was no reason for her to do that, and yet she did it anyway.
Yeah, but let me tell you about Lilaps, who's a dog and
A dog,
talks
a talking dog,
and is very big.
very big talking dog.
Very big talking dog.
Um, I mean, again, I personally think that Leah is the better character, but I'm fine with whichever needs to go forward here. They're both L's. They're the Love Live team here.
Hang
They're
on. Can
Leah
I send you something
Lilaps.
that will maybe sway your argument?
Sure.
Hang on. Gotta find it.
Do 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 do
All
do
right.
do
Take a look at that.
do 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 do. That's a happy dog.
It's a happy dog.
That's a happy dog.
I'm okay with either one going forward here. I think they're both good. Um, like I said, I put the dog forward in mine, and the dog had a bit of a run until obviously it meets up with someone else
Yeah.
in the third round, which I think is going to be the same fate here. But either one going forward is fine with me.
Um, do you have a coin? Can we do a coin flip?
I mean, I feel like the last couple we've gone with my pick, so I think we can go with your pick.
All right, we'll go with Leah then.
Yeah. After that, we have Yoshiko from Love Live Sunshine
Yohane.
versus Haruka, who is Kanata's sister from Nijigasaki. Obviously, we're going with Haruka, right?
No, it's Yohane. Yohane goes forward.
Yohane.
She's so good.
It's true. After that, we have Kanan from Love Live Sunshine versus Setsuna from Nijigasaki.
I mean, this one was easy.
Yeah, we go with the Sunshine villain, of course.
I mean, she is the sunshine villain. That is
That is
correct.
true. But yeah, Setsuna's very
Um,
good.
but after that, Kanan has zero characterization, so
Yeah.
Setsuna is
Mhm.
incredible all the way through.
We have Ayumu from Nijigasaki versus Kinako from Love Live Superstar.
I put IMU.
Yeah. We have Mari from Love Live Sunshine versus Sumire from Love Live Superstar. It is the
This one,
battle of
this
Shiny versus Galaxy.
this one was a funny matchup because it's like, oh god, they're both like little
They
weirdos.
are both little weirdos who just shout out an English word every once in a while.
Every once in a while. I put Mari,
Yeah.
because I think she's a more interesting character.
I do like Sumire though.
I do like Simare. I will not deny that.
Again, it's just one of those unfortunate matchups where, like, I think if it was against someone else she could have gone through, but
Yeah,
it is Mari
it is Mari.
Gremlin.
Very
The Gremlin
gremlin.
v Gremlin here.
My God.
After that, we have Hanayo from Love Live versus Umi from Love Live.
I put Hanayo.
Yeah. You know, Umi's husband is now working in the States.
Wait, really?
Yeah. He got
What?
signed to a U.S. pro wrestling company.
Oh,
He
what's
left.
he
He left
doing?
Japan and is now
He
in
left Japan.
America. Wow, America.
America hamburger.
Yeah.
So is she here too?
I don't know.
Interesting, because they had a baby, didn't they?
I believe they did. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. He's here in the States and he's a bad guy, which is fun because like he hasn't been a bad guy in like forever, so it's a nice change of pace.
Ooh. You'll have to show me some more of his stuff sometime.
Yeah. What we got here next? We have Hanamaru from Love Live Sunshine versus Shiki from Love Live Superstar. It is
Zura!
library versus science here. Yeah,
Zura!
Zuramaru goes forward.
Zuramaru!
After that, we have Shiitake from Love Live Sunshine versus Mari's mom from Love Live Sunshine.
uh, the dog. Duh.
I went with Mari's mom, Des.
What? This time I went with the dog and you didn't go with the dog?
I mean, to be fair, Shiitake's very good. It's a very good dog.
Yes.
But Mari's mom is an interesting character for half of that movie, where she's kind of a
Sure.
villain.
Yeah,
And
she is.
it's one of those things where you don't get many villains in Love Live, so that was an interesting little twist here.
No, you're right. You're right. You're
And
right.
it was funny as well how much of a gremlin she kind of was like Mari, so
You see where Mari gets it. Yes.
yes. Mari's mother, Des.
I can't believe that I put the dog forward here and you did.
That's funny.
So who are we going with? Are we going with mom?
I think we have to go with mom.
All right, let's go with mom.
Because, I mean, as much fun Shiitake is, Shiitake really isn't much of a character, as much as just like a bit.
To be fair, Shiitake also is a mom.
True, it's a battle of moms here.
Mom
Mom
battle.
battle. We have Yoshiko's mom from Love Live Sunshine, Yohane the Parhelion, versus Mito, who is Chika's sister from Love Live Sunshine.
I put Yoshiko's mom just because she's basically like a big girl, Yoshiko.
Yeah. And again, like Chika's sisters don't have a whole lot of characterization. There's not a whole lot of characterization in either of these characters, unfortunately.
Nah.
But I think Yoshiko's mom is more of a prominent character
Mm-hmm.
due to her presence in Yohane the Parhelion,
Right.
even though she doesn't have much of a presence. But
No,
it is still
but
important regardless.
yes.
Two more matchups left. We have Erina from Love Live and is a member of Arise versus Daya from Love Live Sunshine.
Daya.
Daya. And then finally, we have Yuna from Love Live Superstar, a member of Sunny Passion versus Ruby.
Wooby.
Obviously, we're going with the Sunny Passion girl.
Can we believe that we have Kurosawas going against each
When
other?
I saw that at the end here, I was like, oh, oof.
Can you believe
That's an unfortunate second round matchup.
that is? They would be so sad.
All right, let's move to the second round.
All right, second round, go.
We have Honk versus Shioriko. All right, moving on.
Shiriko's going forward.
Yep. We have May versus Cuckoo.
I put Cuckoo forward.
Yeah. We have Ellie versus Karin, a battle of third years.
Put Karin
Yep.
forward.
We have Riko versus Shizuku.
I put Shizuku, but I could see why Riko would also be a choice.
Let me see what I put here. This page will load.
I just remember that really, really good episode with Shizuku
And
in
the
the
other third
anime.
years, yeah. I went with Riko.
Riko.
I mean, I think Riko has a very strong character throughout Sunshine.
Mhm.
She has her own arc of like coming from the big city to the small town and like getting swayed over by Chica in terms of like learning about idols and everything, and then having to deal with her own demons and the fact of like her piano playing and all that stuff, where that's what she was good at back in the big city of Tokyo, and like she kind of shut that part of herself out, but then like meeting Chica and the other gals from Aqua brought that back out of her, and she was able to kind of overcome that and find a way to play piano again. And she's such a big driving force as well for Chica, and like helping her
Hmm.
out and helping her push forward through like her dark times and all that sort of stuff. So I think Rico has a lot of good characterization throughout Sunshine that I think she kind of has to go forward here.
Okay. I do also appreciate that Rico starts as like the outsider, but like by the end, she just
She's
as
an
much cares
insider.
about this place as anyone else does. Like she like this is my home. I care about everything that happens here, and I think that that's really cool.
Yeah. We have Lonju versus Nico. I was thinking
Yeah.
big things here. I think Nico goes forward here
Okay.
because Nico Ni.
Nico Nico ni
We have Natsume versus Yo Soro. Yo
Yosuro
Soro. We
Yosuro.
have Alisa versus Kasumi. Kasumi.
Kasumi's going forward here.
We have Kanata versus Tomari. Sleepy gal.
Sleepy.
We have Chika versus Rina.
Sorry, Rena.
Yeah, Chika goes forward. We have Yu versus Karuko.
You.
You.
Why do we have the same brain cell?
We share a brain cell, of course. We have Chisato versus Leah. Leah.
I mean,
I mean, unless you want to give an argument against it, but
oh no, I absolutely wouldn't give an argument against it.
we have Yoshiko versus Setsuna.
This one was an unfortunate matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I was like, oh man, like they're both really good characters.
Yes.
Um, I put Yohane forward.
Yeah. I think that's the right call here. We have
Yohane
Ayumu.
is your favorite,
Yeah.
so
We have Ayumu versus Mari.
I put Mari.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I can be swayed
I
if
also put Mari,
necessary.
so.
Okay, well then I don't have to be swayed.
We have Hanayo versus Hanamaru, the battle of the H's. The H
Zura!
first years. The shy
Zura!
first years.
Zura!
We have mom battle again. We have Mari's mom versus Yoshiko's mom. Mari's mother des.
Yeah, I think Mari's mom's got to go forward on that
And
one.
then we have the Kurosawa battle, Daya versus Ruby.
Okay, so I have to say, I love Daya.
Yes, this was a hard one for me because there was part of me that was like, Daya has a really good characterization throughout
Very
Sunshine.
good.
Where you see her being the initial like stopping point for Aqua, but then like behind the scenes she's also kind of like
Helping them out.
wants them to do well, but like she doesn't want them to fail because of her. She wants them to fail by their own merits, and like wants to like see if they actually have what it takes to be a group and all that sort of stuff. And like once we get
And she
past.
was like the one that like helped them out and was able to like comfort them when they came
Mm-hmm.
back from Tokyo. I
Mm-hmm.
got the zero.
And then like once you see her join, you get this like other weird goofy side of her that comes
Mm-hmm.
out, which is very fun. So like it definitely was there was a hard choice here for me, but then like I think Ruby's character arc is also very well done. And like I go back to that piece you wrote for the book about like where you mentioned how like she basically becomes the leader of the first years in the movie,
She does.
and like she has that whole character arc, and I think that's very well done.
I
Especially from
love
like
the
yeah,
confidence.
like where you see her from the first episode where she is like just scared and terrified of everything to the end of the movie where like she has this like unwavering confidence in her, and like she knows exactly what she wants to do, and like how she wants to help the group and everything, and like how she wants to help Leah and all that. Like it's night and day, and like it is probably one of the better character arcs seen through the series.
I I mean, obviously I agree.
Yes.
Like Ruby is my favorite character,
Hmm.
period, in Love Live. Um, and I just think her characterization and her character growth is so good. And like she still has some of that like timidness and all by the end, but I mean, she's so much more confident. She's so confident in like her friends at that point too, that like you feel that bond between them, and it makes me so happy. And her and Leah have that bond now, which is funny because Leah's like, "Hey, you're a scrub. What's wrong with you?" But then like they both realize like, "Hey, we care about our sisters, and our sisters are moving on
We're
from
both
this, and
scrubs.
we're both scrubs." Um, but I mean, Ruby is legitimately one of my favorites. I love her. I love her characterization. She's fantastic.
Hmm.
So I felt bad. I was like, Daya, I still love you, I promise. But honestly, Daya would want Ruby to go forward too.
I mean, Ruby would also want Daya to go forward, so
I know, but I'm saying that
they
like
both would be
Daya
like, "No, you go forward. No, you go forward."
Daya wouldn't be mad at us if we said Ruby goes forward because
True.
Daya would be like, I agree, I agree. So Daya's not gonna feel bad.
Nah. All right, we move to round 3.
Fight,
We have Shioriko versus Cuckoo.
Shiriko.
Yep. We have Karine versus Rico. I think this has to be Rico.
Okay.
We have Nico versus Yo.
I'm gonna vote for Nico on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. We have
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Kasumi versus Kanata.
Kasumi!
Kasumi des. We have Chika versus you.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Chica.
We have Leah versus Yoshiko.
Sorry, Leah.
We have Mari versus Hanamaru.
Who did you put here?
That's a great question. Let's see. Oops, wrong click. I went with Mari apparently.
I went with Hanamaru.
Interesting. I think I don't think there's a wrong answer here.
Mm-hmm.
Um so I this could be a coin flip, I think.
Yeah.
Do I have a coin? I have a coin. Where's my other coin? Where's my big coin? Blech. Hello, big
Blech.
coin.
Little big coin, like little big planet.
Yes, which is going to be heads and tails. All right, this is heads. This is heads. This is tails. Heads will be Mari. Tails will be Hanamaru. Will I catch this coin? Who knows?
Who
I
knows?
hit my mic.
Oh
Ow.
no. Oh no.
Tails never fails.
Hanamaru.
Hanamaru goes forward. And then we have Mari's mother, Dis,
This
versus Wooby.
Ruby. Doing a Hanamaru versus Ruby matchup is kind of sad to them, but
True.
that's how it was in my bracket too.
We have the final 8.
Final eight.
We have Shiriko versus Rico. The battle of Ricos.
Um, I would personally put Shioriko forward.
Wow, I also would also personally put Shiriko forward.
Well, then I guess as a team we put Shioriko forward.
All right, here's a tough one.
Yeah, this one's
Nico
okay.
versus Kasumi. The battle of idol obsessed girls.
Idol obsessed gremlins.
Also true.
I put Kasumi.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of my favorite characters in Yuji Saki. Uh, and I think that she has some really interesting points that come about because she does have a lot of that insecurity that she tries to play off as like, hey, I'm really cute. Um, so like her and Nico have that in common. Um, but Kasumi is also like determined to keep this alive no matter what. And ends up like Which it was in the anime that she was the president, right? Or was it the game that she was president? I don't remember which one she was
All
president.
Stars use the president, right?
Use the president.
And I think
That's
the
what I'm
anime
thinking.
is Kasumi.
I think so. Um, and her like with the like door plate, everything's really good. And not to mention the like Kasumi box.
Mm-hmm.
And I also again think of that episode where like she is like the strength for the other first years. Like she brings Shizuku back from the brink in that one episode. Um, and it's basically like, hey, you're saying bad things about yourself. You need to stop. No, no. But then like she also is a really good friend to Rina and like brings her out of her shell too a bit. So like she's kind of like this infectious weirdo that I'm sort of obsessed with. I think that she's wonderful. I love her to bits.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's a real strength in terms of Nijigasaki.
Uh, I mean, I think you could also apply a lot of those points to Nico as well, which is
Which is why I
interesting.
was saying that they had the same
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing of like hiding behind the insecurities by
Yeah.
being like cute.
Um.
They both do that.
Yeah. This is a tough one. I went Nico on mine. I think just because like I really love Nico's determination. And I think her story is a bit more interesting than Kasumi's because Nico has that like looming threat of like this is my last chance,
Hmm.
and the desperation she has is like more palpable than what Kasumi has to keep the idol club alive because she also is keeping her idol club alive.
Hmm.
Nico
Hmm.
is.
Hmm.
But like she has this is her last chance to be able to like get to Love Live and compete and like do all the things that she set out to do originally and what she wanted to do and like make up for her past failures and all that sort of stuff.
She also she also is being like has to take care of her siblings.
Also has to take care of her siblings and also like coming to the fact that like or like learning about the fact that like hey she's not necessarily the best member of this group and like has to like kind of come to terms with that and like
Hmm.
learn to like not only like keep her ego in check in ways, but also like work within a group setting, um, in a way that like last time she had failed, and like how do I fix this? How do I make it so we don't fail this time? Um, I think a lot of Nico's story is just really intriguing, and like it's one of the very few bright spots of original Love Live that they're able to pull off
Very
really
few.
well. Um, and like
It's
I really
oh,
like
go
I
ahead.
really like that part like near like the end of season 1 and season 2 or beginning of season 2 where like they kind of tease that like they're going to split things off with the groups and everything and Nico's just like no I'm not going to give up on this I'm going to keep going and like she starts like recruiting the first years to go with her and she's like
Hmm.
just so determined to get there and like she like I said she's desperate she will do anything she has to get there and it's just it's very like we've talked about this before a lot of Love Live stuff but like it is very sports anime coded
Hmm.
but it is something that they do very very well especially with her character.
I think it's interesting how many parallels there are with these two.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like that's a pretty cool thing to like have this realization of like these two characters. Like I know that they have their moments like when they interacted in All Stars,
Mm-hmm.
but like actually think about their arcs. I'm like, huh, look at you two. Y'all would be like rivals, but probably best friend rivals.
100%.
Like, can you imagine like a third year Nico and a first year Kasumi like being in a group together? Can you imagine that?
Chaos.
Oh my God. Um, I'm willing to have Nico go forward here.
Okay.
If nothing else, like give OG some representation.
I mean that was
Um,
technically also one of my one of my reasonings why putting her forward, but like she is the best thing about that original series, so
a
it's not
thousand percent.
it's not necessarily like we're just giving it to her because of that, but like She's a very good character. She's very well written in that series, and it's like I said, it's one of the very few bright spots of original Love Live. So
I will say that Nico is pretty much like maybe the only thing I actually like about original Love Live.
yeah, I think that's fair.
So I appreciate her and her Nico Nico ni.
Nico Nico ni. We got Chica versus Yoshiko.
How did you survive this one?
I knew it was going to happen eventually at some point, probably. So
When you saw it, you're like, oh Jesus.
I had come to a realization like, oh, this is definitely something that will eventually happen, especially for me. So I
Mhm.
have the preconceived notion of like I'm prepared for this, and I already knew the way forward.
You realize we both had to run to the same issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
hmm
And there's one answer for
Um,
this.
it's
It
Chica.
is Chica.
I love Yohane. I mean I know you love Yohane. Um, when do we talk about Chica? Do we talk about Chica now? Do we talk about Chica next time?
The end.
The end? Okay.
We have Hanamaru versus Wooby.
Whoopee.
Wow, congratulations to Hanamaru going forward. Final four.
Final four.
We have Shiriko versus Nico.
Well, is this the end of your reign? Nico, I think because Shiriko is probably gonna go forward. I would put Shiriko forward.
Hmm.
Regardless, it's not gonna matter.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think on mine I went with Shiriko going forward, but I'm trying to decide now, like, because I feel like I gave very good, convincing arguments for Nico all the way through this. I'm trying to think of like if I can think of better arguments for Shiriko at this point going forward.
I mean, I think that Shiriko has some, again, really interesting points in the sense that like she was one of our first like big villain arcs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like she was set up in All Stars as like she is the villain. She is against you. She has taken Setsuna out. Um,
Doesn't like school idols.
doesn't like school idols. Doesn't even want characters to like or I say character doesn't even want people in the school to like do things that they want to do. She wants them to like be matched up with things that they'd be good at.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then the power of friendship and everything helps her out and she decides that she wants to be an idol. And also like her relationship with her sister is really an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that I wasn't expecting. But I do think that her like more traditional upbringing and how she brings that into dealing with school idols is a lot of fun. And she also has a lot of the like self-consciousness that we've talked about a lot with Love Live characters and that she doesn't feel like she's a traditional type of idol.
Mm-hmm.
And this was something specifically in the film we watched, the OVA. She's like, I don't talk like an idol and I don't behave like an idol. And when I'm on stage, I don't feel like that. And I don't know how to remedy this situation. And everybody like is able to convince her, and by everybody I mean also the fans are like, you're you, and that's what matters. Like you don't
No,
have
you
to
is you.
be, well, I know that, um, but like they don't want her to be like the perfect idol. They don't want her to behave like Kasumi. They want her to be Shioriko, and then she's able to like build herself up off of that. Um, and then there's also the dynamic with her and Lonju that I think is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because again, like this was our villain arc. We had two villains here that were like friends and working together, and you had the split off of the groups. And Shiroko's like, I'm doing this based on my role in the school, and the way she's doing it makes sense. Do I like this? I also have to support her because like I know what she's like and I know what she's been through, and she's I think she's like, Shirago's basically like, unfortunately, she's one of my best friends, so gotta help her out. But Shioriko's one of the reasons why you're able to even bring Lanju around, to care about the School Idol Club in Nijigasaki. So also she has a tooth.
She does have her little thing. I also like with Shiriko's arc that like one of the ways that like they're able to like bring her out of her shell and like eventually get her, to join the club and all that sort of stuff is like it's Ayumu who like befriends
Mm-hmm.
her,
Mm-hmm.
which is like was one of the very surprising things because like you would definitely feel like with how Shiriko at that time was like against doing the idol stuff and all that IMU would like be vehemently against her because like that's running up against Yu's dreams and all that sort of stuff. But like IMU is the one
Right.
who's like, all right, hey, let's go hang out and talk about stuff and do all this. And
Mm-hmm.
like eventually it helps bring her out of the shell and like she's IMU is the one that hears her out in Next Sky about like what you were talking about her how she felt like she wasn't an idol and all that sort of stuff. It was like she went to IMU specifically to talk about this.
Right.
Um, So I thought that was also a good little wrinkle to her characterization. This was a hard decision for me when I came up with this, and it's still a hard
To,
decision. I think.
for context, Shioriko is probably like your number two character
Mhm.
in the franchise, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Like her and Yohane are your gals,
true.
so I can see why it would be a hard choice here.
Yeah, I think we move Shioriko forward by a razor thin margin.
Razor thin margin. Okay.
All right, now Chica and Ruby. All right, done.
Yeah, I
Chica.
mean, it's Chica going forward, and I had to make the same decision that you did. That I was like, I see this matchup happening, and as much as Ruby is my gal and my fave and all that, like it's Chica. I have to move Chica forward.
Hmm.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ruby. I still love you.
That brings us to our final,
Mhm.
which is Shioriko versus Chica. And the winner, of course, is Chica.
It's Chica. So now we talk about Chica.
Chica is very good. She is probably the best leader character in the entire series.
I would
Her
say she is the best leader character in the entire series,
her
period.
just determination and like just her drive to, break out of being just a normal gal and just like wanting to succeed as a small town gal, living in the boonies and all that sort of stuff is very good. All of the setbacks she goes through and how she's able to fight back continuously throughout them is very well done. And like I love the way how like they just make her she feels realistic and like how like she sometimes is like fly by the seat of her emotions and all that sort of stuff with like some of the big decisions and all that, but like
Hmm.
that's kind of just like what you would do in that sort of situation. So
Right.
um I think the way she's able to band everyone together, like with her infectious energy and all of that, is incredibly well done. But at the same time, she shows her vulnerabilities to others and like
I was literally about to say that.
isn't afraid to like show weaknesses in front of others. Even like sometimes she tries to hide it, but like eventually she will show them to the others, and like they were able to help her like prop her back up. Um,
Hmm.
yeah,
She really feels like she works with her girls.
yes,
Like she is a leader.
hmm
But she also is like she listens to everybody and she leans on everybody, and she realizes like I can't do this without you all. And this is what I want to do. So, I'm gonna listen to you and I'm going to work with you and we're gonna make this happen. Um, and even when they fail, because they do fail, um, like it's intense and terrible and ouchy, my heart. Um, but she's still able to like stand up from that punch. And like her tenacity to just keep going is so good.
And she's very good, I think, at just making adjustments to when things don't go well. Like, when the Tokyo thing happens, it's like, all right, how do we pivot and get better?
She uses that zero as
Mm-hmm.
motivation.
How do when we don't win Love Live the first time? How do we get better? How
Hmm.
how do I perfect the miracle wave flip? How do we move forward from the school closing down? How do we move forward from the third years graduating? It's just like
Hmm.
she's obviously constantly going through these problems that she has to deal with the group and everything, but she's able to, like, even like if they will be very bad situations for her to be in, she's able to find ways to get over those humps and find a solution that will make the group better overall going forward.
I think one of her strongest like scenes that you realize like this is who we're getting. This is what we're dealing with here is that performance with the second years
Mm-hmm.
where the power goes out
Yeah.
and like through tears, which again, Anju, holy you have no right to do this. But through tears, she like just goes a cappella and is like, you know what? We're still gonna do it. We're
Mm-hmm.
still gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna cry and this sucks. And I know that this is a failure, but we're still gonna power through this no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, that's Chica.
Yep.
That's the definition of Chica right there. Like, she's not gonna give up no matter how hard it is and like how devastated she might be. She's still gonna keep trying. And I was like, you're brilliant. I love you. You're fantastic. I love Chica.
Mm-hmm.
She's also a little gremlin too. She's just not quite as like blatantly gremlin as like Nico and Kasumi.
Tokyo
But
top,
but
Tokyo skirt.
but her in like the winter gear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her ski
She has her
mask.
mom. She has her moments where you're like, Chica, what? Very good.
Chica's very good.
Very good. Chica is well, I mean, based on this, the best character in Love Live, period.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like
Scientifically proven.
scientifically proven. Her writing's amazing. Her characterization's amazing. Her arc is amazing. Her like support for everyone else is amazing. Chica is so good. Also, Khan Khan.
Mikan.
Khan Khan.
Mikan.
Khan Khan.
Orange.
Well, there's that, I guess.
Yeah. Chica's good.
This was an easy one for us in terms of like this is our final decision.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. I think going into this, I was like, this is probably going to be very similar for us in terms of like our predictions and everything. And I feel like knowing us and knowing how much we've delved into these characters and everything, and like knowing both of our opinions, going back and forth between all this and all the stuff we've done with the series and everything, I was like, I have an idea of who's going to win this for both of us. So like, not surprising that this is our end result for sure.
Hey, did y'all know that we wrote a book about Love Life
Wow, you
Sunshine?
should read it. It's very good.
You should read it. We'll talk about it in the ending. But yeah, you should read it because we wrote a book about Love Life Sunshine and we write about Chica.
Mm-hmm.
And I write specifically about that second year performance because uh, my heart, even thinking about it, I get like little misty eyed. I don't know if you could tell when I was talking about that scene where I was getting a little misty eyed there talking about it, but like,
Even
whew,
just thinking about it, you're like, I'm gonna sympathy cry.
I basically yes, like it's a gut punch of a scene, but it's beautiful. I'm still getting misty eyed. What
Stab
the heck?
it.
Stop it.
Stab it.
Um,
Cats are gonna look at you like, what are you doing?
When don't they?
True, true, true.
So you looked ahead of time to see like what our matchup was gonna be like. So you knew who I picked, right?
Yeah, I looked right before we started. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it wasn't a surprise to you what I was thinking here, but
Nope. And then when I looked at it, I was like, yeah,
yeah,
this makes a ton of sense.
I will forever go to bat for Chica.
Yep,
She's the best. I have a Chica water bottle in my bedroom.
you do.
I'm looking at Chica right now. I
Wow.
mean, I'm looking at all of Sunshine right now, but Chica's staring right at me. She's like, "You can do it. You can pick me." I'm like, "Yeah, I can. Look at you go." Chica's so good.
Mm-hmm.
That is all.
All right. Well, that is our March Madness bracket for this year. As
Congratulations
always,
to the winner.
yes, as always, the link to this, you can fill out your own predictions, will be in the description of the podcast. So you can find that and click on it and fill out your own bracket to see who you think is your the number one Love Live character or whatever metric you're using to decide this. Do whatever you feel like. Go to your heart's content.
Hmm.
So yeah,
See how you compare to
see
us.
how you compare to us for sure. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us this week. If you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Jared Now Watch. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. You can follow us on Blue Sky at seasonalanimecheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And Sports on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. Buy us a slice of pizza, get access to unedited versions of the podcast early, monthly exclusive Patreon podcasts, and a whole wealth of bonus content as well.
Hmm.
Next week, it's April, so we'll have something April-y for you. Will it be April-y? Probably not, but, this sounded good. So look forward to that.
Yay!